Well, hello. I was asked by the guys over at Mystrika and Muted Mail to create a video to show you how I connected GoHighLevel with webhooks to Mystrika. So let me walk you through that. And you want to start in GoHighLevel, go to automations, and we're going to create a workflow. And we're going to start from scratch, and we are going to call it Webhook Training. All right, we're going to name that, and we're going to add a webhook, go over here and have an inbound webhook, and we want to copy this URL. So once you got that in place, then you want to go over to Mystrika, and we're going to create a new campaign from start. Okay, so we're going to go add campaign, and we call this Webhook Training, and target niche, let's say, is real estate. Oh, let's go fishing because that's my favorite hobby. So fishing. Go fishing in the United States, and then it's going to ask you for your webhook. So Control V right there. So go ahead and save that. Now you're going to want to create your sequence. So very simple. Let's just do a webhook test. Header is hook some fish, and go hello first name. What bait are you using? So then we wanted to go, that's fine, that's just one step. Let's go to leads. And you want to just add a manual lead. So we're going to add a manual lead. And mine's going to be Technology Todd. And his email is tech@g2credit.com. .net, I'm sorry, .net. And we're going to add that lead. So we have one lead in there, which is all we really need to do for this test. And then we're going to go to your settings. Very importantly, you have the open tracking on. Select the emails you want to use. I'm just going to use that one. I have quite a few there, as you can see. Make sure that, this is the best part of this, but the Unibox, if you're not using this or if you don't understand that, make sure you're using that so it shows you exactly where it's going to go. For this test, it's a Sunday, and I don't want to set this up. Normally, you just set this thing up. Let's say it's Sunday. You want to start into 3 p.m., which is in a couple of minutes here, 3 p.m., and we're going to end at 4 p.m., and we are in Los Angeles time, San Diego. There we go. And we want to go ahead and hit save. So we have successfully saved that campaign, right? So let's go back out to your campaign, and let's go ahead and make it active. Now, this doesn't happen automatically really fast, so you need to be patient and go out, have a cup of coffee, go get a soda or something like that for it to send the first test email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and show you what I did a little bit earlier today. I just did these ones like 16 minutes ago or whatever. So let's go back in here and I'll show you what happens. Normally what you would do is you would sit there and wait and fetch samples right here. And the problem is this doesn't happen really quickly. It takes a few minutes for the email to get here. So it takes a little while for the webhooks to get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you what I did in a confirm. We're not going to save that. What I just did in this Mysteria one that's already published and working. So let's say I walked away for a few minutes and you go back into your builder and go to your webhook. You can see that these things are finally populated. So now I can save these things. So once you go like this, you save that trigger. Now you have all that data, and you can go ahead and create your contact. And you just add your full name with your inbound webhook / full name, prospect name. Your email is going to be to the webhook, and it's going to be to the email and contact source, etc. I always like to put the webhook name in there. I also like to put the type that's in there. And then maybe even right now, obviously, I like to know when it came in, a time stamp in there, so I know which campaign and when it came in, just me personally. Then you can go ahead and create your opportunities and do all of those things. One of the most beautiful things they have in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this for you right now, so we're going to add a note. Add notes is this returns the email body, and this is so important. Because then you can disposition it. The hardest thing you can do, like an Instantly or some of these others, is when the artificial intelligence really doesn't give you a good response. So you don't know whether it was positive, neutral. They're telling you to go fly a kite. They're telling you to delete me. you're spamming, whatever. This way, you could actually get your email body and get the reply and put it into your notes. It's beautiful. Can't say enough how important that is for us to be able to disposition our leads. So you go ahead and add a note, put the email body in there, and save it. Then we're going to create the opportunity. So we're going to select a pipeline. And it's a new lead. And the opportunity name is going to be the contact's name. And then I normally put, I put the webhook, the campaign name. The opportunity source is going to be the campaign name. I also like to put the type in there. So what type of response it is. So if you go like right here and go to type, you can put the content type in there. And also normally I tag that, by the way, and I'll do that in a second. So we'll go like right here in inbound webhook, and then the email body, the user now, because I want to know what time it came in. So right now, again, AM, PM, right there. The lead source lead value is 0. Status is open, and save the action. The other thing I like to do, again, is like to add a tag. And the contact tag should be, you can't add the tag right there. I was figuring how to do that, but it's like you should probably be able to do if then else's, but or add tags based on the type. But go ahead and save that, and you should have your triggers up and running and working, and it will automatically push those things into your workflows. So again, once you do this, like as you can see, this still hasn't sent back out. Just be patient, okay? You might have to go out, like I say, you might have to go have a cup of coffee or something and come back, and it will be there. So if you, just like this one was, there was quite a few responses after I came back. It just took a little while for these things to propagate. But just be patient, and you can see all the fields that it brings back. You can use the campaign name. You won't need the user ID, the email, the prospect name, and I know they're going to be working on first name and last name. So the email subject line, if you wanted to know which subject lines were working, so if you're trying to save your A/B testing to see which, what's working, what's not. This was an open, which means somebody opened the email. Okay. So again, you can use that type to put an if that else in here, and use it for your workflows. So it could be very beneficial to you as far as your workflows are concerned. But gosh, having the email body and having the email response come back to add that to notes, so that when you're in your opportunities pipeline and you just look at the notes, you can disposition that from right inside GoHighLevel and never have to go back out to Mystrika and look at the unified inbox. You don't have to. The other beautiful in this is the unified inbox. And if you're not using that, you need to. So go in here and go into the unified inbox. So right here, it's going to send this. Every email that I get or that gets responded is going to go to one inbox. So if you're like me and you have 50 bazillion emails that you're sending from, but you don't want to have to track all those things, use the Unibox in an inbox filter. It's just such a time saver for you. I hope this helps somebody, because I know I got a little frustrated with it myself. But after I went away and came back, I was frustrated. I went to use the restroom and came back, and lo and behold, one of my my emails there, like right now. So there it is. It took a little while, but here it is. So now we're going to reply as sardines. So there's my reply to sardines. And as we get out of here, go back into our campaigns, and we refresh this. You'll see that one of the contacts is out. It was sent, and had I saved that webhook, it probably would be there. If had I been patient and waited. Actually, there it is. Todd Gorman webhook test, etc. So it's right there. I hope that helps.